What's good, everyone? So, Tower Animated, I dropped another video. This time, the evolution of Bowser Animated. Bowser as aka from Super Mario Bros. Yeah, him. So we're gonna be checking this out. So yeah, original links in the description for the original video as well. Go show support for the original choreo as well.
How did Bowser go from this to that to
What the fuck?
this? But first,
You know,
What
everything's
the
more
hell?
expensive these days. I think I've spent 20% of my paycheck on vet visits for my two aging basset hounds,
yeah, nobody warned you about that part of owning bassets.
which is why I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Rocket Money.
Bowser loves hearing Mario say, "Oh no!" But how has the Princess Snatching King of the Koopas evolved? Let's break down every major Bowser redesign, animated. King Koopa was initially designed as an upright turtle with neck spikes, claws, and sharp teeth, drawn to evoke Mario Arcade shell creepers. However, the box art took inspiration from Alakazam's Ox King, making him bulkier with bluish-gray skin, a studded collar and cuffs, shell spikes, red eyes, and a luscious blonde mane. In contrast, his in-game sprite is green and tan, lacks a tail, is bald, and has weird head spikes. The official guidebook version aligns closely with his sprite, but his cuffs are removed, his nails are now green, he's got smoochable lips, and a nose horn. Meanwhile, the Japanese guide cover depicts him as a monstrous warthog-like creature. A snack commercial showed off a cutesy version with tiny arms, while an NES commercial recreated his sprite into his first ever 3D model. You cannot beat us. Between games, merchandise shifted his design, reducing bulk while adding scales, a more defined snout, forehead bump, and larger horns. The sequel game sprite remains unchanged, however his bluer brother also appears. The official guide colors him green, yellow, and beige, with ginger hair and blue eyes, though some merchandise still mixed in a few earlier design traits. The first anime Koopa is chunky, with subdued coloring and a flatter face. He can transform into anything, but his attempt to marry Peach is ruined by a collapsing building. In Super Mario Bros. 3, Bowser's box art design has dark brows, a beige muzzle, orange skin, a spiked collar, and a purple cape with an eye-shaped medallion. However, neither promo art, merchandise, or manuals followed this exact design, and his sprite lacks the cape and has green cuffs. This game also introduces his 7 Koopaling children,
Damn.
although those family ties would be cut decades later.
Jesus
The Amada
Christ.
anime Bowser borrows the cape, and in one short,
The Bowser canon.
he's depicted as a beautiful queen with flight abilities. The Super Show cartoon originally released merchandise with a hulking King Koopa design, but his final in-show look is more crocodilian, bald, has only 2 cuffs,
Well,
and
that's
a
a dragon.
gold crown. He's the king
not
of
a
alter
crocodile, it's a
egos,
fucking
and his design becomes worse with each sequel cartoon. Meanwhile, a hideous live-action spin-off has droopy horns, a bow tie, cardigan, gold cuffs, patterned pants, and dress shoes. Alongside his oversized pet rat, this king showcases animated shorts. The Ice Capades Bowser wore a similar getup, but has a partially painted human face. For some reason, in Super Mario World, his sprite flies around in a Koopa Clown Cup and has a green body, while his instruction manual art restores his iconic colors and red pupils. This game would later be adapted into an educational anime, and his green palette design appeared in a traffic PSA. His Mario Kart debut sprite is rotund with deep red hair, marking his first.
I'm never playing this Mario Kart. I'm never put this because my uncle. He has everything. He has all the games, all the consoles, all that. He has everything. So I'm playing this growing up. That's how I know so much a little about some games, some auto games, because I played some of them as a kid, and I remember some, and I don't. Like I gotta go back down to Florida to visit them all. But yeah, I'm not playing this game.
Playable appearance, and Super Mario All-Stars further refines his original trilogy sprite. The 1993 human-like Koopa has stylized blonde hair. He notably wears a military uniform with spiked shoulders and a dark, scaly business suit.
This was
Plus,
probably
he has
one of the dumbest decisions they had ever did. Whoever greenlighted this right here should have been fired. And I hope they did. Because that was stupid.
an unusually long tongue. He attempts to take over Earth, but the Marios de-evolve him into a sloppy T-Rex gumbo soup. Ugh. Yoshi's Island features his baby design, who in-game becomes a gigantic threat. RPG's box art shows off a 3D render Bowser, later translated into his in-game sprites. Mario 64's blocky Bowser has textured skin and a massive head, while promotional renders leaned closer to his modern design. Mario Party keeps a similar look to 64's model, while Mario Golf reduces detailing and shrinks his head size. In Luigi's Mansion, Bowser appears less blocky and brighter, but is revealed to be a hollow costume controlled by King Boo.
Oh, wow.
Sunshine refines his model further and introduces his son, who closely resembles himself as a baby. This core design continues evolving through the later gaming generations and even appears in Wreck-It Ralph. Interesting variants of Bowser include his Smash Bros. Muscular take and the giant Giga Bowser. Paper Mario's version is iconic, while Super Mario Sunshine introduces the first full Mecha Bowser. In Bowser's Inside Story, a dark star absorbs his DNA to create Dark Bowser. New Super Mario Bros. Introduces the skeletal Dry Bowser, while Dream Team gives him a colorful rainbow form. In Odyssey, Bowser's wedding plans are interrupted when Mario enters him. Meanwhile, Superstar Saga fuses Cackletta with Bowser to create some Double D nightmare fuel.
God.
Meowser is, well, just a cat version of Bowser. Wonder turns him into a giant floating castle head, while Skylander's Molten Bowser and Rabbids Mega Dragon Bowser feel like precursors to the kaiju-sized Fury Bowser. The 2023 movie Bowser has a longer tail, smaller head, lower bicep bracers, partially green body scales, thicker hair, and no brow bump. He loves to sing, and as per usual wants to marry Peach, but is shrunk down to an adorable palm-sized Bowser. In the sequel, Mario accidentally re-embiggens him, leading to a reunion with his son. But after going full-on evil, he falls into lava, returning as Dry Bowser with a fiery hairdo. And with way too many spin-offs to name, live-action promotional versions, and multiple parodies in popular media, Bowser will never give Mario a break. Check out our Sonic, Freddy Fazbear, and Mario videos on the channel. What other iconic video game characters should we cover? Press like and subscribe.
That is very true. That is very true. The one thing I will say is that the Super Mario movie back in 23, I believe like 2023, had a better story than Super Mario Galaxy did. The Super Mario Galaxy movie that came out this year, the movie was enjoyable, it was fun to watch, but the story was ass. As right now, Super Mario 3 is officially in development, so Universal Studios, I believe, who's got it. Look, write a fucking story. Give us a good story, please. We don't need random shit popping up everywhere like Super Mario Galaxy was. Granted, it was fun, enjoyable, interesting to watch, but you got to have a story to tell. Anyways, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.